When you think of a positive mindset, most of the time it seems like such a cliche that a positive mind will change your entire life and that it will make you feel better. It will make you approach almost everything in your life differently. Well, it's not a cliche. It worked for me, and I'm here today to share with you how it changed my life. Going through life with more of a negative mind can really alter the way you see everything. And it makes you cynical. It can make you hateful. And it can make you look down on yourself, which in turn makes you respond to others negatively. I remember when I had a lot of tragedies happen in my life around the mid 2010s. And it really put me in a bad place. And so I just really was depressed and I was angry. I wasn't lashing out, but I was angry and I didn't care. I didn't care to talk to people. I didn't care to hear anything too positive because I said they don't understand what I'm going through. But when I got cancer in 2018, something changed in me. And maybe I would say about a year before that, that was 2018, so around 2017, I realized I had to make a change and I had to focus more on the good things in my life, just simple things in life. I'm not talking about, people talk about abundance and getting money. I'm talking about waking up every day. I had my family. Even if I lost family, I know I'll see them again. So I focus on that positive. I read my Bible. That helped me more because I focused on that. And in 2018, when I got cancer, I got that phone call. And the doctor said, well, it's cancer. And after I broke down, I asked them, what are we going to do about it? Because I had things I had to do in my life. Sometimes when I think back, it's so shocking to me because I'm like, wow, I love the person that I decided I needed to be. And so that entire process, I said, we're going to do this surgery. I had already put in my mind if that ever happened to me, that was the route I would take. I went through my treatment, the surgery, the treatments, the preparation. I changed how I ate. My positive mindset got me prepared for that breast cancer surgery and the aftercare. And so I got through it so positively. I felt good. My nurses said, I've never seen such a healthy cancer patient. Your positive mindset, what are you doing? I said, I'm just grateful. Gratitude. I was just grateful that they caught it early and that we were able to take care of it. And I was grateful that God was helping me get through it. I was able to endure it. I didn't know really what was going to be the outcome, but I only took it one day at a time. It's just easier said than done not to worry about tomorrow, but you truly just need to focus on today and take care of today and what you can do today. And then when tomorrow comes, you focus on tomorrow and what you're going to do about that situation or that challenge that you're facing. Because if you worry about everything, I used to worry about what was going to happen a month from now. What am I going to do next year when this happens? That would give me so much stress to the point that I had to take anxiety medicine because I was carrying too much. And it was just making me so stressed out, which in turn was making me so negative because I was assuming the worst. But in 2018, when I went through cancer, I got through that with a positive mind. And so that positive mind helped me to recover. And this happened, my surgery was in July. And by December, I was going about my business. I'm not saying positive mindset is a miracle worker. But what I'm saying is, I used to think people were silly for saying things like this, but your mindset controls like the rest of your body. And I honestly believe that. And I know that it helped me heal. And it helped my body to heal in a timely manner. My surgeon even told me, he said, you know what? I have patients that come in here and they say, is my cancer back? Doc just told me straight out, is it back? What's going on? Because I go every 6 months to get checkups. He said, your positive mindset, it helped you heal. You didn't worry about it. All I could do was worry about today, because there's always a possibility that something will happen again, but I don't worry about that today. So I really just encourage you to just focus on today. What you cannot change, do not worry about it. Just give it to him. And a positive mind helps you to see life differently. It helps you see everything around you differently. Life is not as terrible as social media, as the news, talking heads. There are awful things going on in the world. Yes, there are. And it's sad and it's frustrating and disheartening. But every single moment in life is not like that. Pray for people. See if you can help people. You'd be surprised what even just your kindness can do for your neighbors, what it can do for a friend, instead of joining them in the negative talk. My life is just really going downhill. I don't have enough money. Don't join in and say, yeah, I understand, or just listen. I understand. Maybe I have a suggestion, maybe this step by step, just focus on this, just help them see a brightness. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. And so we need to focus more on that instead of, just keying in on the negatives and staying in that place, because that's what will drag us down and we will be so unpleasant to be around all the time. A positive mindset just really helps you to see yourself differently. I saw myself differently. I had different goals. I'm an author, as you probably know, and I have always wanted to have books that people enjoyed reading. But I didn't believe in myself. My mother used to tell me when I was young that I had a fear of succeeding. And I think there's some truth to that. But I didn't believe in myself, and I was so negative. Well, the publishers will turn me down. Who will read it? But there came a point in my life where I just wrote novels for myself. And I knew that there would be an audience, but I wrote them for myself because I knew that I was a good writer. And I knew that someone would enjoy these stories, and they did. And when you have goals, just focus in on what your goal is. Don't just dream about it and think about it too much and then shoot it down saying, I won't be able to do that. That's just too large. No. Your goal is not too large. If it was too large for you, it wouldn't have come up in your mind. So you go ahead and you focus on that. You make your plan and you just really hone in on what you need to do. Hone in on your craft. Hone in on that goal and take the steps to reach it. That positive mindset just really builds your confidence in yourself. And that's what's most important, building confidence in yourself. Because if you're confident in yourself, you're able to help others. You're able to help and assist others reach their goals. It's encouraging. That's what friends do. You encourage each other. You don't pull each other down and say, yeah, there's no point in even trying that because that's not for us, or they're not going to give us a chance. They didn't give me a chance. Don't do that, because that's just a dream killer and it's a goal crusher. And that's so negative. And just have a positive mindset. You will be surprised what happens when your confidence in yourself builds up. And that all comes from positive mindset. Now, a positive mind, it really changes how people view you. Not just how you view yourself, how others view you. My aunt told my uncle once, and I was about to go to LA, and she said, you are going to really love this new her. Because my family, your family watches you grow up, and they are around when you go through things and how you respond to things, right, in a negative way. But she saw from the way I spoke, and things were going on in our family, but the outlook I had, and my aunt was the same way. She had the same type of outlook. She's since passed away, but she had a mindset like that. And it just helped me. My family tries to do that. We try to build each other up. So it just really changes how people view you, and you can help each other. You want to be someone that people really enjoy seeing walk into the room, not because you're beautiful, but because you have something positive and something encouraging to spread. If you're a person that's negative, people want to run away. They don't want to take your phone calls, or they want to do a pivot when they see you walk in the room. I wonder what's coming next. What's she bringing now? It's going to kill the entire vibe. You don't want to be that person. I didn't want to be that person. I don't think I was ever that person, but I was certainly someone that if the conversation went negative, I was like, yeah, agree. Let's go. That doesn't help anything. And I'm not perfect still. I have my moments when I slip, but it's like, that's not helping anything. Let's change the conversation. And by the way, did you know this? Because when you let that negative spirit in, it's hard to get it out. So you want to be someone that's really known, that has a glow, like your whole aura is positive. People love being around you. That's the person that I want to be. And I think that I'm really becoming and have become a person like that. So I just really wanted to share my little story time, a little bit of a background on the change that I made in my life. And you can make changes. Be brand new. I spoke about this before. People are afraid to change because they're worried about what others will think. She'll think that I'm trying to be better. You are trying to be better. You don't want to be that negative person. You don't want to be that person that is always looking for the other shoe to drop, because that shoe may not drop. But you've kicked it down already because you're assuming that things are going to go bad. And most of the time, something was waiting for you on the other end and you walked away from it. Opportunities come when you are in a positive mindset. I promise you, so many amazing things have happened to me in my life because I was somebody that people enjoy being around. I want to invite you to this. I've met so many amazing people, and I'm not talking about celebrities even. I've met so many celebrities that I admire, but I'm talking about people in walks of life that I just sit down with and have wonderful conversations with, and you make new friends that you may not have made before because you shut them off. You're negative. They didn't want to be around you. So, I challenge anybody watching this. There's no way you would be comfortable being the negative Nelly, the Debbie Downer who brings everybody down. We all have our moments where we're sad or whatever, but you have to regroup and say, all I can do is do my best. And it's going to work out. When you say it will work out, that's my motto. I always say it will work out. It will work out. I've already prayed about it. So I'm not going to take it back and say, well, I'm going to still chew on this a little bit more. Just do your best because it will work out. And it may work out in a different way than you expected, but it works out. Not everything is bad in life. Not everything is bad and negative in life, even in this awful world that we live in, because there are some very bad things that are happening. But in your space, if you just spread more kindness, spread more positivity, you really won't notice a lot of what's going on, And until things get better, just make things better for those around you. For your life. Start with your family and your friends, and you will see the difference. Just focus on the little things. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that, you guys. I have been thinking about it. I saw something on the news, and the responder was just, they only had negative things to say, and it wasn't even like a life-threatening situation. But it was like they had given up. What's the point? There's always a point. So just be positive, spread love, be kind to people, okay? Be kind. Even if someone is scowling at you, you don't have to roll your eyes back. I'm just thinking about, that happens to me a lot. You say hi to people. Okay, I was just greeting and I kept walking. They're not ready yet, so it's okay. But you never know, they may have thought about that. So have a good day, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, and evening. And I will talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.